Common coding variable types explained, in simple terms. Games can store variables in different ways, and there are quite a few of them. The most simplest one is a string. It simply holds a string of text. That's it. It can literally be anything. Another insanely simple one is the boolean, or bool for short. Ever seen a checkbox? Yeah, that's a boolean. It can either be true or false. That's it. Literally just that. Next you have arrays, which are basically just a table of data. If you ever need one variable that has multiple values, you can do that using those arrays. Even those arrays can use different types of variables. One can be a boolean, the other can be a string. Now a bit more complicated are the number types. The most common ones being byte, short, integer, and long. They all work the same, they store numbers. However, how they store numbers is different because they differ in the amount of bits that they have. A byte has 8 bits, short has 16, integer 32, and long has 64, where every bit can either be set to 0 or 1. Additionally, these types can either be signed or unsigned. If they're signed, they use the highest bit, the bit on the far left, to instead indicate whether or not the number is negative rather than actually using it to count. The only downside is that you can't have decimal numbers using these. The range of unsigned numbers goes from 0 to 2 to the power of amount of bits minus 1, while the range of signed numbers goes from negative 2 to the power of 1 less than the amount of bits to 2 to the power of 1 less the amount of bits minus 1. So bytes, for example, when unsigned they have a range from 0 to 255, and signed have a range from negative 128 to positive 127. Then you have floats. These numbers try to strike a middle ground between having a wide range of numbers and high accuracy in decimals. They achieve this by sacrificing decimal points for whole numbers on every power of 2. Usually these are used for player coordinates, for example, but are also the main cause for a lot of game crashes. There are other types of variables out there, but these are by far the most common ones.